and have a look at what Aaron has been saying recently. So first we have him. This is it. The divorce is official.
She signed the papers.
She signed the papers. Him and April are officially divorced. So there's another marriage that's been destroyed, sacrificed on the altar of Rekida's hedonism, his degeneracy, his desire to swing and cock and be cocked. This entire marriage just totally burned down. It's destroyed. Amazing. He's saying he thinks that April is back at the Rekida's house because the mail is going there, which is crazy. She was in a situation, if she is back there, she was in a situation where she was handcuffed. She was brought to jail. She was processed in jail. And that wasn't enough after getting the charges dropped to scare her straight, to have anything to do with the cocaine and the cucking and the swinging. She's just decided she still needs those drugs. And if Rekida's going to supply those drugs, she's going to be there. And that's an insanely foolish decision. Let's have a look.
Chad Zumach, it's a development in my life. Sure enough, it was Spicer, Minnesota. So
that's where the Rekidas live. Now, when you think about this, it's kind of crazy because it might honestly mean that there was no plea deal, there was no flipping, there was no snitching on April's part.
Yeah.
Because if she's still there, I guess she didn't snitch. She didn't turn on them. Maybe the police, because it was somebody else's house and, they couldn't charge her with possession. It was hard a case to make. They dropped the charges on her.
Yeah.
And, she's still involved with them. But that's absolutely insane. After the house has been raided and everything
and been exposed on the internet, everyone knows about this now. You know what it is? It's probably like what you said. She's probably on drugs, right? Or obviously was on drugs. And this was not rock bottom. This was not.
And it's not for the Rekidas either.
Which is insane.
And they're doubling down on the polycule. One of the most degenerate parts of all of this, if not the filthiest, sleaziest part, that they're engaged in like weird polycule cuckery on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And they're going to continue that behavior, even as it shames and humiliates their children, as it shames and humiliates their reputation online and hurts the business and hurts the super chats and all that. They're still going to persist in that? That's filth, man. That's crime, man.
I bet, too, she didn't think that he would have phoned the insurance, right? And, like, her tweet, remember, I didn't do this. This was someone else did this, like, to me. She's probably referring to Aaron. How much you want to bet she's throwing Aaron completely under the bus?
Under the bus.
You brought me there. You bought the drugs. Yeah. I bet you she's like saying he bought the drugs and shit too.
And let's say like he probably shouldn't even be saying this shit because let's bring it up. If this is true, it's a big Aaron L.
Why?
Life is now Rekida's sex slave forever.
Yeah, well, he's divorcing. It's bad. It is a felony, but he threw her out at least, I guess. Like I'll say that. Like, yeah, it's cocked, but at least.
She's taken the ball, though.
He divorced. Now, he's going to say here, apparently, so he's divorcing her, and she apparently wanted him to sign an NDA before the divorce. Now, watch this. This is interesting.
I think after the arrest, the band got back together.
So, wait, they sent it to Nick Ricotta's house?
Yeah,
Nick Ricotta?
Isn't that
That's
something?
Almost as good as Recchietta.
How is that?
I like how Aaron doesn't even like fucking correct him, you know?
Illegal.
I don't know if it is or not. And I wasn't going to be a dick and cancel it or anything. Like, I wasn't going to be a dick and be like, oh, that's the wrong place. Like, I don't.
Aaron,
why not?
You should have canceled it.
Bring it up. Another L for the
Aaron.
Aaron.
You should have canceled that shit.
You got Baldo'd again. Who needs a vehicle when there's snow bunnies?
Right? Yeah.
I have to check with you. Aren't you the primary insurer?
Apparently not.
I mean, it is. Yeah, it is my policy. She's on it. I mean, it's her vehicle. She's on.
Who is this again? Is this Kevin Nealon?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
My policy.
Isn't this guy a little old to be live streaming? This guy looks like he's 1 foot in the ground.
Kevin, what's his name? It's Dave Landau.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
David
my name,
Landau.
well, but my
it's
name
not
is
Dave Landau.
on the check. I wonder if
Brennan, Kevin Brennan.
I wonder if I'm going to have to endorse that as well, which that'll be funny.
How do you know your name's on the check?
It's well, they send you like on the app. They show you what they sent, and my name is on it.
So it's both of you on the check.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
What the? Kevin's just like,
I
what
don't
the
think
fuck?
he believes. I don't think he
I don't
believes
know.
him.
I don't know.
Talk about my life on the show. I'm going to talk about my divorce
Now,
on the show. I'm divorcing.
I also kind of think this is bullshit.
Whoa.
I don't think she wanted him to sign an NDA so he didn't talk about her on the show. I think Rakeda was trying to get her to have Aaron sign an NDA so he couldn't talk about any of the degenerate shit that went on.
Not
Like,
yeah.
Aaron is always telling like these half truths that we have to like divine the real truth out of him. It's the same thing when he like on our show, he was trying to claim, oh, the children never went hungry, they were fed, whatever. Then a few days later, it comes out that the children were hungry and stinky, and then he's ranting and raving about how we should have fed the kids, and I tried to fight to feed the kids, and Rakeda wouldn't let us feed the kids, stuff like this. So the guy is desperate to try and spin any narrative to make himself look as positive as he can instead of just admitting the real truth. It's very sad.
Yeah.
You can't get an NDA after because it would just be laughed out of court.
Yeah, I mean, you're a news story now. You got busted in a house full of drugs, guns, and children. I mean, yeah.
Sounds like a Warren Zevon song.
It really does.
I offered her 40 grand a year, but I mean,
So this guy, did this guy offer April 40,000 a year to work with him?
What a waste
And
of
wait,
money. I mean, she would have been having to do some extra work, if you catch my drift,
Wait, did he?
to earn that $40,000.
Now her last name's going to be changed, so when you Google that, that won't come up. She could have just been a pretty girl at the factory, would have found a nice guy, you know, kind of rebuilt things, and she went back into the throuple, which oh my God,
that's like going back to Vietnam.
I know, you know, a bunch of felony charges.
Aaron virtue signals about all this fucking show, the filthy house and the children, but he didn't call CPS. You know, he didn't call the cops. He didn't fucking snitch. He didn't do anything to help those kids or to help his wife. He just pieced out and saved himself.